It's the bald and the beautiful. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood on My Country 96.1.
Cande, we start with Walker Hayes, who is representing like a haircut place. I guess I've never heard of it. It's called Great Clips or something like that.
Oh, I think it's a franchise, yeah.
Okay, so, he's doing advertising for them, but he's talking about back to school and advice for parents on kids' haircuts. And he's got like a two-pronged thing. He says, first of all, every kid needs a fresh haircut to get back to school, to, feel good about themselves. But the other thing he says is, let the kids decide what their hair will look like, because it's a decision that doesn't leave a very long-lasting issue in case it's not good, and it shows them a little individuality,
Yeah, I have to agree with that, and hair will always grow back.
He says he would let his kids dye their hair purple if they want. He doesn't care.
I wasn't in for the dyeing thing, but maybe today's world I'd agree to it.
Yeah, so let your kids decide. Gives them a little confidence.
Hi, Dad. It's Leah. I want to dye my hair purple today. Is that okay?
Yeah, you know what? I'd let her go do it. Sure. Go ahead.
All right. Just checking.
It's a way for a child to make an adult decision where the
Right.
ramifications don't last all that long.
No, because it grows out.
Right.
Yeah.
Britney Spears and her husband Sam are headed for divorce, Kim.
I see this. What's going on? I'm worried about her again.
Well, it is what it is.
Oh, my goodness.
And that conservatorship is over, right? She doesn't have that anymore.
The conservatorship is over. Now her husband, who filed for divorce, wants, of course, spousal pay, wants her to pay for the lawyers. He may contest their prenup. This is not going to be good for a girl who's already mentally unstable.
Yeah, no, you make good points. The actor, and see, I have to stress this because there are blurred lines now with the real people from the story of The Blind Side and the actors in The Blind Side, because as I mentioned yesterday, we don't really know or have seen too much of the real people. So we kind of, when we think of the story, we think of Sandra Bullock.
Well, I've seen the real people this week all over the news because they are speaking out because they're being sued by Michael Orr.
Right.
Who they supposedly adopted. Now I read that they said that they couldn't adopt him because he was over 18. But that's not true. You could adopt me right now if you wanted to.
Cande, file the paperwork.
Do you know what I'm saying? I've heard of cases where people have adopted somebody in their 40s and 50s. So I don't think that's true, but that's what they're saying. It's getting very ugly, I'll tell you that.
Well, that was my build-up to this. The star of The Blind Side, Quentin Aaron, who played Michael Orr, who's a big dude and he's like 400 pounds, he says, quote, lay off my mama, Sandra Bullock.
Lay off her.
Yeah.
That's acting. Has nothing to do with what happened. And she didn't know any of this.
Exactly.
Ridiculous.
Nick Jonas fell in a hole on stage at the Boston show of the Jonas Brothers.
Why was there a hole on stage?
I don't know. I didn't research it. I saw he was okay, and that was it. I was done. I didn't research the fall or anything like that. Bruce Springsteen postponed his Philly shows.
I saw that.
Says he's ill. That's it. Doesn't say.
And that scares me because they're not saying what it is.
Well, it could very well be COVID. Everyone's got COVID.
Well,
again, so.
Other band members have gotten COVID on this tour, which has gone on now for several months.
Yep.
And they've said that, but they're not saying it's COVID here.
All right. We hope he's all right. Yep.
I hope he's all right. He's a national treasure. He has to be all right.
Of course. And finally, did you see the video, the pictures of all the celebrities coming out to see Ed Sheeran in the Hamptons the other day?
I did. Sickens me.
Played at a very famous venue, Stevens Talk House, which holds like 200 people or something like that. And everyone came out. McCartney and John Bon Jovi.
Yes, everybody. And Auntie Cone. They're hanging out together, those two.
Christy Brinkley, Jerry Seinfeld, Brooke Shields.
Yeah, bite
They
me.
were all out. They were all out there.
Were you there?
No, and it made me upset. Not that I
It
wasn't
made
there.
me upset too.
No, it made me upset because Leah and I, as you know, we drive around the Hamptons, we look at the mansions and stuff, and I have yet to see a celebrity. I've been looking for celebrities, and they were all hanging out there.
Well, that's where you have to go. Unfortunately, they're not letting you in.
No. TV tonight, some more NFL preseason, ABC with the prank panel, CBS with Big Brother, and 2 shows with new seasons on Netflix. I've never watched them. I don't know them, but if you do watch them, The Upshaws and My Dad, the Bounty Hunter, 2 new seasons on Netflix. And there you have it, your bald and the beautiful entertainment, everything from Nashville to Hollywood. We're going to get up to about 78, mix of sun and clouds, some rain late into early Friday, and then we are clearing for what looks to be a gorgeous weekend, and everyone calling for the best day of the year to be Saturday. Looks amazing.
Oh, a party to go to. That's very good news.
That is my other sister's birthday, Dina, on Saturday.
Oh, Dina.
Yeah.
All right. You August Leos.
Yes. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.